Hey traders, how we doing today? We're going to be talking about here in this video is the version 5 of the S9 Basket Trader TS. And there's a few things that have been added to it. I'm not going to go over what we've talked about before, but we'll just go over the new things. As you can see, without anything turned on, this is the way it comes up. And in this case, what we got it on is a single pair, which is the dollar-yen. You can use this on single pairs, or you can use it on a basket. Over here is the Core 5 basket, which we have it on. Now you notice there are some differences. As you can see, when we're on a single pair, what you do is basically leave, as we said before, leave the name of the import pair list name, leave that blank because we're on a single pair. If you were on a basket, then you would put the name of your basket in here. And if you leave this blank, it will default to whatever pair you put it on. Also, you notice when we're on a single pair, we have a Show Trades button here, which you click and it shows you some of your previous trades. We've had that in the past. Now remember, this looks at the account history down here. So you may want to filter this by doing a custom period so it doesn't have so much stuff in here. Because as you can see right now, it's saying it sees 80 trades. Here's one of them here, here's another one here. It looks like there's one up here, but it's looking back. Here's another one. It's looking at everything you got down here. So try to filter this. So if you only want to look at the week, just make this a weekly filter. And that way that'll only show them for the week then. But we have that button. And we also have a pivots button here. Now this, you do have to adjust. I'm not going to make it automatic, so you're going to have to do something. But there's been stuff published in the forum on this, how to set this up, so I'm not going to go over it. But I'm using -5 for my particular setting here. But just this will move your pivots around and get them properly located. But look back in the forum, there's one individual there that posted some very interesting information on just how to go about setting them up according to the way David did it over in his forum. And that will get these in the right place. And these are weekly pivots. They do not update every week automatically. You have to turn them off and turn them on. But once you turn them on at the beginning of the week, they're the same for the whole week because they're weekly pivots. And basically, we're not using them for anything. The TS does not use them to take any trades at this point in time. Maybe later on, maybe we'll add something, but these are here for your reference to look at and see where the pivots and where the support and resistance points are. Basically, these are Fibonacci. These are PIV pivots. They are based on the Fib numbers. That's why they say 38, 61, 78, 100, and they go all the way up to 200. These are Fib pivots, and as we know, there are many different kinds of pivots out there based on different things. DeMark has his own pivots. He has made some. Camellia has some other ones. There's all kinds of different pivots out there, but these are the Fib ones, and they are the weekly. Okay, so there you got the pivot button, which we've added, and we've also added a SupDem button. You click on that, it puts your supply and demand zones on here. Now these are not used by the TS again. These are only there to help you determined possibly where supply and demand zones are. Here you have demand is in the green and supply is up here in the red. So they're just there for your information to help you. At this point in time, we're not using them by the TS to do anything. They're just there for your help. Now these will update automatically if you leave the button turned on. They will keep updating because these are, I think they refresh like every minute or something like that. So those will update. Okay, so we've added that button. And I believe most of the other ones are still the same. Now you'll notice I says, remember, show trades and pivots. Now if you go over here I have a Core 5 basket. You will notice the show trades goes away. Also, the pivots go away because you cannot use the show trades on a basket because it's made up of all these pairs or whatever you have in your basket, so there's no way to draw take profit or loss lines on the chart because there is no such pair named core down in your list down here. So that's why that button is not available. Also, the pivot button goes away because it cannot draw pivot lines on a basket chart. Now you can draw them, but they're not going to be correct. Maybe someday if I ain't got nothing to do, or somebody out there ain't got nothing to do, they can create a pivot chart that will work with a basket. Because what you can do here, if you turn off, get rid of this, delete that, now it thinks it's a single pair. And you notice it just comes up with the name of the core basket. Now you notice your buttons came back, but they will not work properly because this is a basket. But I just wanted to show you what the pivots do. If you click on the pivots, you can see where they come up. And you can tell by looking at these are not proper because it's trying to find a weekly pivot point. And this is an hourly chart and there is no weekly information available for this particular offline chart. So somebody wants to go through the work of creating a pivot indicator that we can add in here, I'd be more than happy to put it in here, but presently there are none that'll work on the basket chart. And let's see, we'll turn this back on again. Put the core back in here again. And there are other pivot indicators out there, like the pivot Bodhi. If you put that on there, that's what this one looks like. And you notice it doesn't work. Nothing comes up. And if you look at the objects list, you will notice, look at the horizontal lines. These are the pivot lines. It's putting them all down at 0 value. They're all that way. So they're way down off the bottom of the chart because it can't correlate any of these numbers. These numbers over here do not make any sense to any of these indicators. So that's that particular indicator. Take him back off there. I'm just trying to show you that these do not work. Take him off. Here's the one that was posted over in the forum. It's basically the same thing. The only thing is they've added alerts and different things like that. But if you click OK on that one, nothing. Does the same thing. Here's your object. Here's all your horizontal lines. Here's your pivot lines. And if you click on one of them, you'll notice it's down at 0 again. Because these programs are not designed to work on a basket chart. They do not know what these numbers mean. So they do not work. So that's basically why I have not included it so it works on here. Someday maybe somebody will write one that'll work on a basket chart, or if I ain't got nothing to do someday, maybe I'll work on one, but for now, it's no big deal. Okay, so that's basically it. I'll show you where what the settings are in here. Most of these are the same. Don't forget your pair suffix. If you don't have one, get rid of that. Put your name of your basket here. If you're using a basket, if you're using a single pair, you leave this blank. Now you'll notice there are no breakout lines. There's nothing on here, because now you have to turn them on in order to use them. So in this case, if you want to use the breakout lines, turn that to true. And then when you click OK, now you notice you got your breakout lines, long and short, and you notice the little BO up here. When it breaks through the line, when you get the signal, this will turn either red or green, telling you which way you have broken out. And remember, that only is there for the one candle that breaks through. If it goes back down underneath, the signal goes away, or if it goes to the next candle, that signal goes away. These breakout signal is only there for the one candle. And remember, you've got to have one candle closed. The previous candle has to be closed below the line if you're going long, and then the next one, when it breaks through, you will get a signal. Mainly, I put this up here so you can tell if you're getting a signal, and it'll also help with your other ones here too. So we got the set turned on to true. Now TDI, if you want to use the TDI, remember that's the Trader's Dynamic Index. You don't have to have it down here, but if you want to put the TDI indicator down here just to see what it looks like, you can do that. But the calculations are already included into the TS, so you don't have to have it down there. But if you turn this on, and you do that, now you notice you got a TDI up here, but you do not have a TDI signal yet. Here, we can throw the TDI on here just for the heck of it. If I can find it, here it is. That way you can actually see what it looks like. There you can see what it looks like, and you can see there's no signal here, so that's why this is still gray. When you get a signal down here, it will turn green, and when you get a signal up here, it'll turn red. So now it shows you that it's looking for a breakout and a TDI. These both have to be in confluence with each other in order to take a trade. Just remember that if you got them turned on, they all have to agree with whatever settings you got. Okay, now we go back over here. The next one is the hash. Now I have included two hashes in this version. We got the regular hash, which you can use for a color change or direction, whatever you want to use, just like before. And we got a second hash, which is basically just a directional hash. So for now, what we can do is just turn both of them on. Remember, you can use any combination of any of these signals you want by turning them on or off. Just remember, if you got them turned on, they have to agree with one another. And we'll turn this one on. And you can set these hashes to whatever you want. And there you got the two hashes. And let's see, the red and the blue is the first hash, just a HAS, which is this one here. And the second one, the hash 2, is the orange and light sky blue color here. So you can tell them apart. And as you can see, the hash 2, which is this orange one, is telling us right now we're in the direction of short. And the hash, this one here, we have no signal on because we've already gone past this color change point, which would have been on this candle. Right here is when you would have got the signal. So we're past that one already. And we have no TDI signal because that's already passed. It's well below. We're down around the 50 point here, so no TDI, no breakout because I don't have any breakout line positioned on here for a breakout. Okay, so that's the now we can do the here's the swing. And if we turn the swing on, and it puts that little red dot up here, or the green dot down here, tells you where your swing point is. And you'll notice you'll also have it up here. It's telling us right now we've got a swing direction short. Now remember, it takes this candle, which has this on it, and it takes two closed candles. So by the time it got to this candle is when it would have got the signal. Now I believe see what the deal is. You're probably saying, well, the swing signal was down on this one. Why is it giving us a swing signal now? Is because we got the swing look back set at 7. So it's looking back 7 candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It would look way back to here, and the swing point is falling within that 7 candle window. So that's why it's saying that right now the swing is short, because it sees this swing point within that 7 candle window. So that's why it's doing that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to reset these, show you one other thing here. I just hit reset, then it puts everything back to kind of a blank starting point, as you can see here. Now if we go back to the indicator, remember I got to put this back in there because I just deleted it. And there's a couple things I want to show you down here. We got auto take profit. If you want to use this, you can set it to true, and what it'll do then, it will automatically put a take profit line on the chart when the trade opens. It does not put it on there ahead of time. If you want to put it on there ahead of time, remember, then you can use the draw take profit or stop loss up here. This will put it on there before the trade even opens. You can get all set up. But if you just want to leave them off and let them be put on when the trade opens, you can use this if you set it to true. And what it does, it bases the take profit on the ATR. So whatever the ATR is, it will multiply it by 3. So if you got an ATR of, say, 10 pips, it will put it at 30 pips for a take profit. Same way with a stop loss. You can put an automatic one on there when the trade opens. In this case, it's 1.5 times the ATR. So if you got an ATR of 20, it would put one on there at 30. 1.5 times 20 is 30. So it will put these on there automatically for you. And in this case with the stop loss, if you set the trailing stop loss part of it to true, what it'll do when it puts it on there, the stop loss, and when it goes into profit, it has to go into profit, this will automatically turn into a trailing stop loss. And these buttons up here will light up if you're using these automatic modes when they kick on. And when this stop loss, if you got it set to trail over here, remember, this will turn to orange and your stop loss will turn to orange. But it's not going to change to orange until you go into profit, because you have to exceed whatever you got your stop loss set at. So if you got it 1.5 times your ATR and it doesn't go into profit, your ATR that is never going to get bigger than 1.5 ATR, it's not going to change into a trail until it goes into profit. So just remember that. And then we got the add to trade like we had before. I usually run that. It's pretty safe. And it will help out if you get into a nice long trend is where it really works. But on shorter stuff like this here, more than likely, you'll never even get an add-on. And if you're into a trade and you want to add on all by yourself, remember, all you got to do is click the Add To button here, and it will add to the trade. But remember, it only adds to the ones that are positive over here. So if you're not positive on a particular pair, it's not going to add a trade to it. It only adds trades to the ones that are green. And you can set the maximum number if you want to. And of course you got the martingale kind of one, which will keep adding more as it goes along. Okay, now what I wanted to show you is, let's see, where we left this thing at. Close. Okay, we got our list over there back. There are a couple things I wanted to show you down here, way at the bottom. Show has 2, show swing points. So if you want to see what these are without using them up here to trigger any trades, you can turn them on down here. So set this to, say we set this to true. Set this to true. Set this to true. Sometimes you just want to see what these look like, but you don't want to use them to make any trades. You can turn them on or off down here just to look at. So now you click OK, and you close it. You notice here's Has 2, here's our original Has, and here are our swing points. But you notice we are not using them as a signal because they are not lit up here. So this way you can have them on the chart and look at them, but they're not going to be doing anything unless you turn them on back here. Back here you got to turn on the breakout lines now if you want to use them. You got to turn on the TDI if you want to use it, the Has 2, or swing. And you can use any combination of any of these. And auto take profit, auto stop loss. So I think that about covers everything in the that's been added. Remember this, set that correctly. You don't have to use it on a single chart if you don't want to. If you want to you could always use one of these over here. Here's the one. You can always use that one if you want to. I really don't care. But this is the one that was on the website. Remember, none of these will work on the offline chart. So this is the Voti one. Now look at if you put the click the pivots. Notice it's right on top. So yeah, both are green at this time. And like I said, my setting is, this is the one that I got on here right now that I'm showing you. And my setting is -5. And I'm in Central Standard Time. United States Central Standard Time, and Trader's Way. So, and like I said, over in the forum there was a good piece here by one of the traders who showed you exactly how to set this if you're going to use the pivots that are in here. And of course these are strictly weekly pivots. You can't change them to daily or anything. This is basically designed around the David system, and he's using weekly pivots. And as you can see, here, let's get rid of this for now. Indicator list, we'll get rid of this pivot indicator. And if we put this one on here, and you'll notice the pivot is 112, 895. And there it is again, 112, 895. Now we're on the 4 hour. You notice pivots do not change as you go on different time frames. It's the same. So it's up to you what you want to use, but there's no point in having alerts and all that. It's up to you what you want to do. Like I say, right now we don't, the TS doesn't use any of this. This is basically for your information to see where to put your stuff. So like if you were going to look for a trade here or something like that, and put your breakout lines, this will give you some idea where you want to go with your take profit and stop loss lines. That's all they're there for. They're there for your help. Okay, I think that about covers everything. There's the basket. Now this, the hash, or not the hash, but like the TDI button over here. May show a little difference from what gets picked over here as far as the TDI signal, because when you turn the TDI on over here on the chart, it's a little more specific, because this one back here gives you kind of an idea which ones to go look at. It's not a comprehensive one telling you which ones to trade. It says go look at them. Whereas the one on the chart, when you turn the TDI on over here to pick a pair, maybe look a little different. Let's see here once. This one is telling us, yeah, Swissy. Let's see what happens here once. Turn on the indicator. And let's turn on the TDI. Here it is. Just for the heck of it, we'll see if it's... Now this is looking back, remember, 7. So it's giving us quite a wide window. And let's put the TDI on here. Let's just see what it looks like. And back here it was telling us oh, I got it on 15 minutes. Sorry about that. Hold on just a minute, I gotta change that. Okay, now I'm back. I changed this to 60 minutes, which was the same as the chart. Now we're not getting any TDI signals over here, so, and we gotta look out back window of 3 candles, but we still don't get any. I had that on the 15-minute chart. That's why we were getting one on the Swissy on here. And as you can see, there is no signal there, and this is no signal here. So I just wanted to remind you that the signal over there could be just a little different than over here. This signal on the active chart, when you use it over here, is a little bit more fussy, a little bit more picky. Okay, so I think that about covers everything. I can't think of anything else that's been changed, so I have to get this published, I guess. Have a nice day.